Hey guys, we're talking to 2 Qs in this 10 Qs in this video, and I'm just thinking of players that barely have a working knowledge of Go. I don't know how to say that well or tactfully, but we're talking about simple stuff. Okay. One thing, so here we go. I'm going to be playing Crazy Stone. It's in the background. I'm going to play it at 9Q level or something, and we'll talk through my responses to its moves. But let's just something I want to define first. So my triangles here have split the corner down the middle. And the way we used to play all the time before AI, someone's going to play on one side of the line. So it's an unbalanced corner. If so, someone either needs to play on the other side to finish the corner. So, for instance, if black did it, it's his corner, and all like that. If white does it, it's a shared corner, and someone's going to start at a Joseki. Okay. So split down the middle. That's true if someone plays here, then someone's got to play here, either color. Someone plays out here, someone's going to play in here, either color. Okay. Now let's talk about the line itself. This is where the 4/4 comes in. This doing two of these is kind of a new idea. I mean, to me, news, let's say 60 years. It finishes the corner in one move. Nothing else is needed. So now black can get on with the rest of the game. That's a lot faster, and that's the basic reason you get to other areas as quick as you can. Well, what's the negative side? Well, you can simply take it away. I mean, it's not much of a corner move if you just come in. Well, if he comes in, then I'm getting the outside wall. Yeah, but you're losing. So it's like it's a give and take, right? And it's also true with the 3/3. And I don't know about the 5/5. It's used so rarely. Okay. So split the corner. And if someone's on one side, then it's an unfinished corner. So we have empty corner, unfinished corner, finished corner, finished corner. Okay. Just one of those definitions. And now I want to continue a definition now that we're talking definitions. This is a 2-stone wall. Not only does it take the corner, it also affects the outside. Walls have a direction they like to go. I'm going to define this direction in a very obvious way just so we see the principle. Okay, we're building a big wall. Nice big wall. Now we're going to look at two extensions. Extend to here and extend to here. Black already had area 1. So if he plays A, he's only increasing area 2, which is less than 10 points. If he extends to B, it's 20, 30 points, depending. So walls like to extend from the height. How do you say it? So they don't extend from the, I call from the wall is all I know how to say. And you can see what I'm saying. B extends from the thickness. A extends from a lonely stone. And just imagine, let's go one further than A. Well, we can just come in. His big thick wall doesn't affect my stone much. While, come on back. Well, if I come in here, it affects it dramatically. Okay, so we see walls have a direction they like to extend. This is only a 2-stone wall, not much of a wall, but it still likes to extend on the right. Another way we look at this is, let's say we extend and come up. This 4-stone shape, if you notice, looks like a cup. Here's one edge of the cup. Here's the other edge of the cup. And then with squares, I'll say this inside is water, and this is the water level. So just for clarification, the 4 stones are saying area 1. Hopefully this is clear. I know people where it's not clear at all to them. I don't know why it's not clear to some people, but to my mind, I see what I consider a cup. It's generally spoken of as a cup. Okay, so we have a direction. Okay, now I'm going to put those 2 stones over here now. And we're going to draw the same line, one side of the cup, the other side of the cup. And for water not to spill over, it's kind of like this is as big as you can get. It doesn't have the height. Now let's give it some height. Oh, now it has height. It's a bigger area. So hopefully that makes some sense. So unfinished corners, walls have directions they like to play. And I'm not going to stop with the definitions. This is apparently going to be a definition video. Okay, let's look at a basic Joseki. Black says, I want the corner. White fixes. Black's alive, but black's not healthy. That is to say, white can start in and all of a sudden black's feeling small and am I actually alive? I don't know. So yeah, he's going to live, but Joseki says, play again, and now it's a robust group that you don't worry about. And then white goes away. Okay. So I want to talk about the A stone, which is part of that group. That group is a particularly strong, healthy, alive group. Hopefully that so far makes sense. If we assume it is perfectly healthy, then what do we think about that move? Absolute gote. It's not defense. It's not attack. It's 4, let's call it 5 points in gote. Absolute waste of time. Okay. So when you have a low settled group, area 1 becomes small. Now I'm going to add a stone here. As we said a minute ago, the 4/4s, well, I'm not sure I actually said it, they like to extend. They don't like the corner. That's like way too small. Those 2 stones should be further apart and somehow. So they like to extend, whether long distance for a large sketch or short distance to have a very strong effect on the corner. So 4/4s like to extend. Okay. So we just said that the triangles are small. And then we said that the squares are big. And this is exactly true. So let's add a couple stones. I'm just going to add a black one here and a white one here. Area 1 is half big and half small, right? We just did that. Half big and half small. Area 2 is big and big. Both 4/4s like this. Area 2 is bigger than area 1. We play in area 2 before we play in area 1. These are just some basic concepts that you may have never heard before. but this is so much go is based on these. Okay, we're going to do a little more. I had no intention of doing this, but once I gave one definition, I have to make more. It's just who I am. Okay, let's look at, I won't use the word Joseki, but okay, both players have, we'll call them settled groups, but the skirts are open. Do you know this term, open skirt? Okay, let's define it. If black approaches and white does nothing, notice how you can just skirt under. It's maybe I didn't mean to say that. You can skirt under. It's an open skirt. White's eyes are leaving. White's points are leaving. All of a sudden, the knight's moves are about to get cut. That's not. You can't let that happen. So, if you have an open skirt, one thing you want to do is close it. Now, if he comes in, you can fight back easily. Oh, 3-1. He's going to have a hard time. Nothing. He's not going to live, but it's difficult for him, and that's the thing. So you want your skirt closed, or you can just close it. Third line closes it. Now, if he approaches and you don't do anything, what here? That doesn't mean anything. We don't care about that. Small little step. Okay. So here, both players have the open skirt. If black doesn't respond, his eyes are gone, his points are gone, he has a weak group. Okay, so A is a fourth line stone. What do fourth line stones do? They grow. That's one of their ideas. So, for instance, the right side looks so good for white. So white plays the growing move, saying, I really want to develop the right. He has every right to do that. So, if black comes in, sure, we're going to stop him, but now we can, fight hard, and we're getting points on both sides, and black's as eyeless. So it's a good success story for white here. Similarly, if black had these moves, then black A, open skirt, well, that's fine. Because if white does come in, we may just pinch right away. That white stone's in such trouble. We might also, I don't like, this isn't a great move, but you see that black's getting the top right, black's getting the top left, and white's getting nothing. So open skirts. So if you have the right to grow, do the fourth line. If not, finish on the third line. Now we're going to look at one last thing here for definition. Let's say black finishes and white finishes. Okay, finished groups. So now white's less interested in playing here because it's finished. Now I'm overstating it a little bit. If we just compare this white move, I guess I'm looking at area 1 isn't a rock solid thing. Black can actually come in there. But when we extend to 2, our 3 stone has become so much stronger, we can fight better. So it's kind of a secured area. So the 2 move is not a terrible move. And let's go back to our original just to show why. And since I don't know where the tree is, we'll build it again. Okay, the A stone, rock solid, no invasion, no help needed whatsoever. If white comes close, we may well just laugh in his face. We're alive. What are you doing there? I feel no attack at all. The other thing we looked at, there was some attack. Okay. So low settled stones don't A stones don't like others near them. Okay. I think that means we're going to go forward with our little game anyway. So I am going to start a game. We are white 9Q. So this is Crazy Stone playing 9Q. And we're just going to have some thoughts. Over here, nice simple way. Oh, I have to tell Crazy Stone. And I don't like 4/4/4s. I like to kick one off. And again, notice. Can you see my stone? Yeah, you can see my little cursor thing. When black finishes the corner, we talked about that. He's inside. There's another white stone there. While if we play this way and black finishes, he's amongst friends. He's facing two of his friends. So this is going to create an easy game for black. While here, he's going to have to come in. We can attack him. It's harder. Okay, so I kick it off. He comes in, and we're going to play real basic. This is actually how I play. Kick. And come out. Third line, I'm not here to grow. And now pause and assess. House white, totally fine. I'm out and I'm alive. That's a pretty healthy. If you're out and alive, very strong group. Black's group is certainly out. There are invasions here. So it's not like black has those points, but black's certainly healthy at the moment. So that means I can go do whatever I want. He played it A. That's a growing move. So he would love to come down to here, and I kind of feel like I want to defend. Now look at the right side getting bigger and bigger. I let him grow the area he said he wanted to grow. That's something for me to consider. Maybe I don't want to do that. If I want to say, no, you can't do that, I'm either going to hit the open skirt. That's a full value move. I'm threatening to come under. Or I'm taking an excellent corner and taking your move away. The in between ones, D and E, really, if they're any good, they're exceptionally hard to make work properly. Okay. So as true as all that is, I'm still a little concerned about black coming here. That's a big Mario on the left, and he has center to go along with it. So there's lots of things to consider. And I suggest you ask yourself, which bothers me more, a black stone on the left or a black stone at C? And whatever you want. Tell you what, are we really going to break rules here? Let's say we're concerned about the left because, I've seen it get bad before. I wish I could stop it right away. Boom. You are now alive on that side because that stone has 3 ways to run. Black goes this way. We go to the side. And he attaches. Okay. Attaching is a special move, one which needs a definition. So let's define it. We're going to touch the stone. Lone stone touching lone stone. An immediate fight, and notice black got, what do we call that, 100% advantage, 2-1? Or is that 50%? I'll let you do the math. It's a very powerful move against white. White defends, What happened? Black got stronger. This is a basic principle. When you touch a lone stone, it gets stronger. Okay, let's continue the definition. I'm going to play L3 again. Just a second. Here it comes. L3. Once again, I played the exact same move. 0 power. You're not about to retiring me. I'm perfectly fine. I can cut you if I want. Oh, so it's a lone stone touching a lone stone. So the proverb tells us, don't contact weak stones. Do contact strong stones. Let's look at the do part. Let's make this black stone really strong. And we're going to do that by giving it a really big brother nearby. Okay, now let's contact. Just like before. Oh, black got so strong, which is an absolute waste of time because he was already strong. But white also got strong, which white wanted to do. So black got something he didn't want. White got something he did want. You don't want to take strength and add more strength to it. It's just, oh, I got 10 eyes instead of 2. It doesn't mean anything. So we do want to contact strong stones in the correct context. And black just contacted us, and we'll decide if that's good or bad. Okay, now a little bit more about contact. Now, I've picked many pros' brains about contact moves. I was really interested in when do you do it, when do you not do it. And after pressing one of my teachers, Professional 7 done, pressing, he finally said, well, it's really hard for us professionals too to know. Like, oh, this isn't a known thing. This isn't conquered. What's the word? Conquered, known, completed. We don't know all the answers in this subject, but we do know a lot about it. So I go, oh, okay. So I don't need to know everything about it. I just need to have a good feeling. So let's look at a couple more. Is this a touch or not? Well, let's find out. Honey, is that a powerful move? Oh, yeah, next move, I'm ataring, I'm cutting. Very powerful. This was a contact play, and it forces white to get stronger. Let's check it out. Boom, I'm going to hurt you. No, you're not. I'm going to cut through. No, you're not. Oh, settled. How did that happen? That was easy because you contacted me. Okay, now black also got something, right? It's nice for black too. But we don't want to go around unless it's a special case. Now let's look at this one. Is this a contact move? Well, do you remember this variation? White's next move, not powerful. What about this one? White's next move, not powerful. What about this one? Well, those two black stones are virtually connected. White does have something to do. It's just not much because black is super strong right there. So this is not considered a contact play. Okay, hopefully that made some sense. I wish someone would have told me that when I was 10Q. I'm going to go back in time and pay someone to tell me. Okay. So the game, not that. It's so messy down here. I'm going to have to go find the game. Is that it? Oh, I think it's it. Oh, that's right. Okay. So that means we're here? No. Here. Yes. Found it. And the contact. Okay. Are these strong white stones? Is that a strong white stone at C13 or a weak stone? Well, this is where you can see, well, how would I know? I asked so many pointed questions trying to get the answer. And what I come up with is, those 2A stones, do you have plans against them? Do you think you might cause them hurt? Yeah. Then they're weak stones. Don't touch them. As soon as you touch them, they will never get in trouble again. So instead of black's move, touching, let's pull back one. Look how uncomfortable that group is. Really tight, only two ways to go. And if he goes out, well, now he has to, it's every move is difficult. So yeah, black touched when he shouldn't. Well, he is, after all, only 9Q. Okay, he goes there. Hopefully you're understanding some definitions here. Black, I'm going to Hane. And now I am so glad to have a group that he's not gonna bother. I am so out. I'm thick to the outside. My little space inside is much thicker and stronger. I'm virtually alive at this point because of strength, not necessarily because of eyes, but because of strength. So white's very happy now. Okay. Notice the A stone, open skirt. I'm now looking forward to playing B. I'm looking forward to playing C. Two open skirts. I will play them when I think it's appropriate. Let's see what else is going on. The bottom of the board is the early opening. Just the two original stones have been played, nothing else. Early opening is extra big. My first teacher used to call it virgin territory. No one's been there, go get it. So, area 1, extra large with coleslaw. Okay. So playing on the bottom would likely be one of these three moves on the bottom. Those are all on the bottom and they're all big. Okay, bottom. What else is going on that we should be looking at? Well, this AB, that's way too far. That's a seriously weak connection. That's a mistake. I mean, we can just come in at C and we're alive and hurt the A stone. That's nice. Okay. Now we're in a tough spot. He has a problem at A, a problem at B, and a problem at C, and we have a big move on the bottom around D. Every one of these is positive for us. Which one is particularly good for black? Well, if black plays at A, oh, big move, closing his skirt, big area, and we'll call it sente because I'm going to be responding. I don't have to respond, but I'm going to. So A is pretty darn big. What if he closes the C skirt? I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I don't want to play there. That's my small area. I have a low settled group. That's a small area. As a matter of fact, that's the small move. So I don't care about the top. So C, out of the thing. B, I want to do something there. What about coming in? Well, there is a rule that's good to follow. When you're in the early opening, that's when you have wide open spaces, play an opening move. So this is bigger. That's the wife. I'll get to her in a minute. So we have the bottom and A are the two areas. So A seems to be the one. It's not early, bottom's early opening, the right. Well, you know what? Remember a minute ago we said that this is sente? We could cut that value in half by playing here. Now it's gote. Much smaller. If you can't do it for free, it's going to cost them a whole move than no move. So now I'm playing in virgin territory and stopping his sente move. Ooh, I'm starting to like this move. Okay. We have looked at definitions, we've looked at principles, covering a wide range of basic fundamental ideas in Go. I hope someone finds that valuable. I have no idea if they will. I kind of hope they do. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thanks a lot. Bye.